Just gonna do some mic tests. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Again, testing the other mic. Mic check 1 2 1 2. And checking the previous mic again. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. And testing again, testing. Testing, testing. Testing mic 1, testing mic 2.
All right, Jeebus and Rubicon to station 5. Jeebus and Rubicon to station 5.
Testing mic 1, testing mic 2.
I think it's the audio box. I just think it's this. Let me try this. Just
All right, we're trying the second input on the interface. Second input, mic 2, and mic 1.
I almost think we just need to do one mic. Yeah, that's fine. Because
All right, I'm talking right into mic 1, being real loud, hype moment. Boom, 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 Tetris for you. All right, mic 1, mic 1, mic 1. Mic 2, mic 2, mic 2. this is mic 2, mic 2. Testing mic 2. And mic 2, mic 2. And mic 2, again, testing mic 2. Trying to be loud on mic 2, loud on mic 2. Testing, boom, Tetris for you. Loud on mic 1.
All right, Heather, you can stay there against K1 Shadow, losers quarterfinals.
All right, loud on mic 1, loud on mic 1. Boom, boom, boom. And loud on mic 2, loud on mic 2. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're not getting any clipping now. I just need to make the volume loud. At a proper headphone volume. I'm talking kind of a normal, just normal talking voice. Normal talking voice. Let me bring, oh yeah, I was turned way down in OBS. Back up to Unity and OBS. This is about where we'd normally be talking. Yeah, it's a normal talking voice. We got 2 players, you know. All right, sounds a lot better. Now let me try it loud. Loud mic. Boom, boom, boom on mic 2. Boom, boom, boom on mic 2. And then mic 1. Boom, boom, boom on mic 1. Boom, 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 right into the mic. All right, yeah, I just kind of slammed a compressor on it, but it's not clipping, and it maybe loses a little bit of the dynamics of, you know, the hype, but it will at least sound clean. And I do see chat here. Sorry if we lost the stream. We are using my phone for the hotspot, which actually works very well because we have excellent like internet here in the building. But I have to use my phone to also watch the stream to be able to listen to it on my headphones to be able to hear how it sounds. So then I'm using as a hotspot and watching it, and I think that caused the hotspot to lose connection. But yeah, the hotspot actually works great. I have like 60 megabit up here in the building. There's like cell towers in the, like around the convention center itself. So it's actually excellent internet. But yeah, you only want to be doing one thing with the hotspot, not, you know, not using it as a hotspot and watching the stream, you know, so.
Which mic is he supposed to use?
Both. They're both good now.
Both good now? Okay. All right.
Are we on CT1 or?
CT1, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they're both working.
Oh, okay. So is Ninja coming back or somebody coming back? Or is someone gonna commentate with me?
Ninja wants to
Okay.
No, we didn't close that window.
Go ahead, warm up.
What?
You're up.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Barrett's all in director mode.
Well, okay. Once you guys start talking over the PA, these dials on both will adjust the scout. Once they start talking on the PA, once they start talking, just these dials on both.
Hey, Scout. Is Kirby from Mexico? We just not forget to update that.
No, I think Hermie is from Mexico.
Yes?
No,
I didn't think so.
Oscar was in that position.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Once they start playing or start talking on the PA, these will be the dials that adjust how they're seeing this time. Even how loud you think it is.
I'll stay here if
You want in?
No.
I'll stay here if anything happens to the
Okay, thank you.
Masters chaps. We could just clear out the.
Oh, yeah,
scroll
hearts.
up. Scroll up. Clear victories.
All right.
Mic check.
1, 2. Are we live?
Testing, testing.
Let's do it live.
I don't hear me. Okay, I kind of hear me. Are we good? Are we good? Boom, Tetris for you.
Boom.
Testing, testing. Mic check, mic check. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Chat says we're good, so I guess we're good.
All right. We
Good.
have our next group of the top 8. I'm still here. I guess this is Chris show.
I'm here with Chris Bidwell. Always an honor to commentate with you.
Likewise,
We
likewise.
go way back, way back.
Way back.
It's been over a decade now, I think.
My goodness, time flies, sir.
No way. Yeah. I can't believe it. But another thing we like seeing is players returning over the years. And up in the left corner, we've got Rev Up Those Friars returning after a hiatus of a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
And DMJ, also a fixture here in our Desert Regional, taking it at least 1 year.
All right, we'll give the players another 30 seconds, and we'll seat up. I'm going to fix Rev's camera. That's a little low. He doesn't deserve to be played like that. That's a little.
Rev up those cameras. And cameras are positioned. Great job, Bidwell.
Multitasking.
Bidwell, the master of multitasking. I just saw him playing NWC over on the other
Oh, man.
competition there.
I can win a card if I can get a 2.2, and I got a 2.1. It's so close. All right, our players ready? Go ahead and seat up.
And then we'll just wait for them to give a thumbs up when they are ready.
I don't think DMJ can hear us. Seat up, bro. All right, got thumbs up at the bottom, thumbs up at the top. DMJ, let's go, bud. I want to eat eventually.
Button check, Mullen.
Rev, let's go, bud.
Yeah, Barrett and ID
Earth to
Kirby
Rev.
ready to go. All right.
Thumbs up when you're ready.
Just about ready to go here.
Thumbs up top.
Rev, DMJ, you
Everybody?
guys ready? Okay. All right, we'll count these guys down. Are you ready to go? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Tris.
Stereo.
So you got Rev and DMJ up on top, two veterans of our desert regionals, and Barrett, also a fixture, definitely with our tech, just fixing our mic
Literal
problem
fixture.
right here. And ID Kirby always showing up, doing well here in regionals and in CTWC finals.
DMJ getting recognized from the Buckethead outfit here this weekend.
Rocking a different look almost every year
Little
now.
shorter hair. I'm liking it. Kind of a.
Big drought happening on the bottom, 30 plus.
Wow, already.
Kirby still keeping a pretty clean board despite it. We're almost at the 40 here. 39, 40. There's a 40 drought.
Woo. We fixed all the other tech, but we didn't blow in the cartridge.
There it
before
goes,
putting it in.
43-piece drought. Both
Wow.
players weathering the storm, able to keep the playfields clean and bang down that Tetris when the long bar finally came. We are neck and neck on the bottom thanks to that drought. Up on top, Rev up to an early lead, 2 Tetrises ahead. Both players up on top, clean boards. Rev with the efficiency here.
Kirby taking a Tetris lead over Barrett, but both boards still in scoring position. Tetris, Kirby.
Yeah, those Tetris rates are going to be low, both enduring that huge drought right at the beginning.
Oh, and another 19. Yeah, this is kind of a brutal seed.
Yeah, you can't really do too much to score when you just don't get any long bars to work with. But now, a few of them are coming, but neither were Tetris ready. And now Kirby's got a bit of a cleanup to do. Does some nice tucks. Wow. Great dirty setup. Boom. Tetris for
nice.
Kirby. That was impressive. The foresight on that. Turning your burn into a Tetris is the way to go if you can pull it off.
Now that's what I call down stacking.
And yeah, the points differential now showing 4 Tetrises ahead is Kirby on the bottom. Up on top, Rev up by 2 Tetrises, now 3. And DMJ banging one down. Both boards clean. And Barrett dealing with some dependencies here. Is going to need a couple of long bars. Fills that 3 high on the left.
I mean, this is a 2-7 matchup up top. You wouldn't expect this big of a deficit to the underdog. But that's how close our top players are these days.
Yeah, all of these players definitely a threat here. Rev mentioning, taking a break and not playing Tetris as much, but still looking so strong. 3 Tetris lead over DMJ. Boom, Tetris for DMJ. Evening that up a little bit. And is ready for a Tetris and a half more. There's the first. Boom, Tetris for DMJ. Gonna be able to catch up with this next one. Boom,
there it
Tetris for
is.
DMJ. Neck and neck up on
Let's
top.
go.
The long bars dropping when DMJ needed them.
Kirby at the bottom is dominating Barrett right now.
Another drought, though, for the players on bottom. You're going to have a low transition score, possibly.
Is this a dirty setup? Uh-oh.
Almost takes a triple.
Yeah. When you're that far ahead, there's no sense in risking it.
Yeah, Kirby able to capitalize. Not a lot of wealth on this drought-filled piece set here. but is able to squeeze every little bit out of it.
They don't call it the desert qualifier for nothing.
That's right. Yeah, up on top, we are still neck and neck. DMJ able to battle back.
Kirby's grooving.
Yeah,
Got the AirPods in. Got the tunes going. Trying to drown out the noise in here. It is pretty noisy in here, but a good chaotic fun noise, not like the bands playing next door. So kudos to the organizers for keeping the bands outside this year.
yeah, that's right. We had to deal with that so much. We were covering our mics in strange ways and trying to find other ways around it. But we got a little piece of quiet, and well, the people in the dealer hall can't see what's going on with us, but you people online get the benefits. Get to hear us without any interruption. Barrett had an awkward left side for a while. Now got that cleared, but Kirby able to capitalize. Now 7 Tetrises ahead. Kirby looking to, ever since the droughts ended, Kirby has been scoring consistently, able to make a somewhat respectable transition out of this at about 500,000 points now, going into level 19. Up on top, DMJ is still building up high. Now 3 Tetrises ahead. After evening up and going neck and neck with Rev, now taking the lead. Does a T-spin there to keep things clean. Rev building up that board high, but transition is coming. Both players want to get into a state to where it's safe. Rev getting to safety just in time.
Yeah, this is Barrett's opportunity to make up some ground here.
That's a lot of ground. 7 Tetrises, but now 6. So
One at a time.
could be a turn. Another Tetris for Barrett. Tetrises are worth more the further and deeper you go, especially past 19. Every level, your Tetrises are worth more. Another drought.
Man, this seed.
But once again, Kirby doing the best, making the best of the situation.
A 57% Tetris rate with all of these droughts. That is tremendous.
Right. And that's being able to be flexible and hold out as many ways possible when you're waiting for that long bar. Barrett's going through that drought now.
You are squeezing
And-
every point out of every single long bar.
Yeah, Barrett was also able to hold out that drought and still get the Tetris at the end. So what you want.
Another one, 23, Chris, 24.
Wow.
Man.
Another. Geez, this is definitely drought territory. And you know, it's kind of also interesting. Game On takes place usually on the rainy weekends
Yeah.
in Phoenix, but the game drought doesn't go away. Up on top, not so bad. DMJ
Jay is-
pulling ahead.
Wow, he is sprinting ahead.
Yeah. Early lead for Rev, but now that's just all gone. Now with the board state, not
Barrett's going to top
not
out.
good
There's
trouble.
a
And
hard
yeah,
for
Rev,
Kirby.
he's got to give up the ghost there. DMJ taking the round, and Kirby on the bottom taking the round.
Oh, we can do a simul start then.
That's right. It's almost almost to our benefit, but you know, these players always want to put up a good fight.
All right, we got thumbs
All right,
up all
got thumbs up.
around, mostly. Couple there.
Wiping the hands. Thumbs up. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
5,
4,
3, 2,
2,
1.
Tetris.
Tetris.
Thanks to Kingsman for reminding us in chat about our Matcherino. We do have some codes left, so if you're in chat, there's a link. Click on the link, log in with your Facebook or Discord or any other social media, and you can give us like a quarter just for clicking on a button. Otherwise, we can, all right, at the top there, let's count them down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Tetris.
Oh, they're counting themselves. They can't hear us, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess we're in a different universe, but that's okay.
That means we can make fun of his hat. That's
what
not
what
too
does that
bad.
hat say?
I can't quite tell.
I think those are Tetris pieces. I'm not sure.
Maybe those are pins?
But yeah, right away, Kirby getting a Tetris and Barrett firing back on the bottom.
Good comeback for Barrett from that kind of a brutal game one.
Yeah, that drought in the beginning was pretty brutal. And Kirby really maximizing after the drought. Ended up with a 500K transition despite that. But yeah, up on top, like DMJ in that last game, getting it even and then completely dominating after. But Rev off to a good start in that game. We're about neck and neck
come
now.
back to lead.
Okay, Rev having to do some cleanup. Both boards clean on the bottom. Barrett scoring that Tetris, and Kirby also ready. Boom, Tetris for Kirby.
So with Rev down by nearly 2 Tetrises, let's see if he's going to play off the bottom or try to get back to his scoring position.
Might go for column
Yep,
7
it's
there.
open, 7.
Yeah.
But now the game's going to be the game.
There's that juicy center well. Where's that long bar?
And this is the danger
There's
of center well
that
play,
drought.
Chris. The
There's
drought comes and
Yep.
it just exacerbates
Like
your board.
clockwork. 22-23. Rev is still Tetris ready.
Oh, man, 29,
30. 32. Where is that game? Oh,
Oh,
had to use it to clear
no.
the single. Will it give another?
And you have to
Rev
burn another
taking the triple off the top to keep it safe is just not paying out here. Game-
13, 14.
And just when he covers it again,
Yikes.
is almost like is artificially intelligent.
What is the opposite of fractal RNG? That's what Rev's
Okay,
getting
here we go.
today.
Oh, no.
no.
Just not giving the log bar when it's needed. That was like 3 in a row. And yeah, now Rev's having to dig back down and open up that well again. Oh, building up
Ooh,
high.
triple.
Gets a dirty triple. At bottom, our game is pretty much neck and neck on the bottom.
Oh,
Both players
Rev,
are getting
Rev.
clean. Yeah, Rev in trouble.
Oh, DMJ.
Just, dead drop that. And DMJ is going to take that by default. 2-1 up on top. Rev is fighting for his tournament life here. But yeah, on the bottom, we are still neck and neck. Very even game. Barrett not fighting from behind this time. Not too far. Both players clean play fields. Wait for long bars. Kirby taking the Tetris first, and Barrett not far behind. Neck and neck at 350K. Halfway to transition. Or actually, we're almost up to 100 lines already. Not the highest scoring game, but both players not having too much of a problem.
Oh, thumbs up top.
All right.
And 3,
2, 1. Tetris.
Tetris.
So, yeah. Match point up on top. DMJ looking to advance. Rev needing to win this round, stay in the match and the tournament.
Rev's going to win with pushdown points. It's good strat.
It's something.
It's like 44-point lead.
We did have
There it is.
a match and that could have ended in a tie earlier.
Today, awesome.
But it wasn't going to be a flex.
Resolved.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd have to call in high command and ask what we need to do because you just don't see that often enough. DMJ with a lot of holes in the stack there. Let's see how he could deal with this. Opts to take the double off the top. And Rev with a similar situation, also
Yeah.
burning it down with a
Lead,
triple. A lot of burns up top, starting off. Meanwhile, on the bottom, we are approaching transition. Kirby, next Tetris will do it. It's at 532. Barrett now behind by 4 Tetrises and change. And Kirby covering up the well right before transition, but gets it back open just in time. Right when the drought hits, let's see what happens. Will the game give a long bar? But Kirby's going to take 2 triples off the top. That's a lot of burns. Losing some efficiency there. Barrett might be able to capitalize.
But hey, Chris, look, a drought.
Desert Regional, yo.
Jeez.
Boom, Tetris for Kirby. Drought's over. And Barrett looking to get that long bar. Oh no! Hangs the long bar. And is going to top out from that. Kirby taking that round. How unfortunate. Barrett just got the long bar. Finally able to cash in that Tetris and having that long bar fatal. We're now at match point on the bottom as well. Barrett fighting for his tournament life after taking out the fan favorite creator Game Scout.
Here we go up bottom. Thumbs up. In 3,
3,
2,
2, 1. Tetris.
Meanwhile, at the top, Rev has got a decent lead. DMJ's been kind of messing around in that middle section, not quite getting in a scoring position, and he's going to remain there. Now he's open.
Okay. Yeah, both boards ready. And on bottom, we're just starting off. Equal score, 0-point differential. But yeah, we're getting a lot of kind of unexpected sweeps here in the brackets. Simul Tetris virtually for Barrett and Kirby down there. Neck and neck. Been that way from the start.
Half a line difference at the bottom.
Yep. Up on top, we're about a Tetris ahead for Rev, maintaining that lead. Where you want to be if you're down 2 games. Give yourself a fighting chance.
These players have been here a long time today, and it's kind of exhausting to be in a room like this with loud noise and maybe a little dehydrated and a lot of Tetris to be played. The fatigue's got to play a factor the deeper you go into the run.
Yeah, this is still a noisy hall, even though we don't have rock band and concerts to deal with. We've got other esports to compete with. Make sure our booms are loud to make up the difference here.
Nice line spin, DMJ.
Kirby just stacking those up. Trying to deal with RNG here. He's got to get a little bit of a jagged board. Okay, fills that dependency and opens up. Boom, Tetris for Kirby. Neck and neck on the bottom, as we've been all around.
Oh my goodness, the Pokemons are invading our camera space.
Yeah, DMJ's camera visited by a couple of giant Eevees. And DMJ starting to
pull away, yeah.
amass a lead here. Nice T-spin there.
DMJ is just swaggy this game.
Yeah, DMJ getting in the groove here. And then Kirby's got some holes in the stack. Probably going to just have to burn off the chop there with that triple, or no, take a double even. So this is Barrett's chance to get a lead with that Tetris. Now a Tetris and a half in the lead. First difference in a mostly neck and neck game down there.
Another drought, Chris. Oh.
As such with the desert qualifier. All right, so we're transitioned up on top. Rev still fighting for his tournament life. 3 Tetrises behind. DMJ starting to amass a lead here. As
Kirby's
we go.
in trouble.
Yeah, Kirby built up high.
That's going to require some RNG. Gets through it, but needs a line.
Okay, that's good.
Nice,
Triple and then double off the top. Boom. Tetris for Kirby. Able to down stack that.
Oh, and a dirty Tetris.
Yeah, and then ending it with a dirty.
He's come all the way back. He's only 7,000 down now.
Yeah, Barrett's lead just gone now. We were neck and neck for a moment. And yeah, Kirby going to take that 3 off the bottom if it gives the long bar. And there it is. Boom, Tetris for Kirby. Reducing that deficit to neck and neck state again. But Barrett, keeping up. This is where you want to be if you're down 2 games. You want to be within striking distance and not have to take too many risks. You're better off being neck and in the lead. Up on top, jagged board for Rev.
Man.
He's going to need some good pieces to resolve this.
Kirby's been playing on his 4-high shelf for a good 10 minutes. Well,
yeah, that's confidence.
Not 10 minutes, but a long time.
Okay, Rev getting the board state much nicer now, so that was resolved. Now 7 Tetris behind. Rev is going to have to activate the Friars to catch up. Kirby playing up high is managing to get out of these digs. Oh, needs favorable
rolling,
pieces.
but this is still
LJ
nerve-wracking.
dependent. Gets the LJ. Uses the long bar to down stack. Could survive this.
Barrett's way ahead, can further this lead.
Yeah, this is what Barrett needs to stay in the tournament. Be able to capitalize on this dig, but Kirby now open for a dirty Tetris here, gets it, and transitions with the board at a safe state.
My goodness, he timed that perfectly.
Just in time.
Wow.
Up on top, things are speeding up.
Holy
DMJ,
goodness, DMJ.
Getting close to a max out here. Wow, nice tuck there from DMJ. Tetris ready, but it's starting to get some garbage on top. This is a precarious. That right side's going to be a problem. Wow! Getting that over to the right. That was crazy. Okay. Wow, if DMJ survives this.
Let's go, DMJ.
That is survival clutch there. Look at DMJ keeping it alive that high up.
Oh my goodness, Chris Tang.
Wow. What survival. Plus with level 29 looming, will DMJ be able to clear this out in time?
There
Boom!
it is. Let's
Tetris for
go.
DMJ. DMJ surviving way up high into the 29 kill screen. And on the verge of maxing out,
Let's
DMJ
go.
max out.
And at the bottom,
Yeah,
Kirby
Rev
does
about to
take
hit
game 3.
29. Yeah, Kirby taking that third game, eliminating Barrett, putting up a great fight. Was neck and neck most of that round. But yeah, things looking grim for Rev as DMJ keeps going past kill screen. Rev, a dash player, not able to survive past it, putting up a great fight, but sweeps all around. Dusty here in the desert. Clean up with that broom. We've got another sweep. So now we know our top 4, DMJ and Kirby, and Oscar and Tetris time. Things are heating up here in the desert.
So we're going to play our semifinals all at once, but we'll give our players about a 5-minute break.
All right.
Attention Game On Expo attendees, in 30 minutes we're going to have our Halo 2 tournament. There is a cash prize of $150 for the winner. So head on down to the virtual
Before
world
the final match as well, I would like one of us to interview the winner, the silver bracket. He wasn't able to get interviewed on the CT2 stream, so while we give our players a break before finals, we'll get him in there.
You want to do it now?
He is not around.
Okay.
But we could totally do it if he was here right now.
Okay.
It's AK Grandmaster.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back real fast. 5 minutes, right?
Hey, do I have time to go use the bathroom?
Yeah. you want to do it? I know that.
All right, perfect. Oh wait, oh the mic's on. I'm gonna get some help with the stream so I'm on in OBS.
Hey, something in the BlackBerry, bro. Let's do this.
Or do we even have a?
We'll do this. We'll do this. Come here.
Oh.
Go on the stage and look at that camera over there.
Okay, we're gonna have to go on the stage for an interview. Okay.
I'll hand it to
Okay.
you. I'll hide it. I'll hide the.
Okay.
Just right here.
Yes, perfect. So they're gonna hide the.
Oh.
All right. Is the mic live? Are we live? Is the mic on? Testing, testing. Perfect. We're gonna be facing that camera right there. Right up here. Oh, perfect. There we go. All right, gang. This is a quick, everyone's favorite side commentator, Danny Doodles, coming in to interview the winner of our silver bracket. If you were not tuned into CT2 earlier today, you missed out on a great fight. Our finals was between our one and only Vince Clemente and our winner right here, AK Grandmaster. So is there anything you would like to say to our audience about your Tetris history, your Tetris experience that you would like to share?
Honestly, I was a little hyped because when's the first desert qualifier I went to? I think it was like 4 years ago, and I didn't qualify for any bracket, and I was kind of new, but it was kind of whatever. And then 2 years ago, I qualified for the silver bracket, but I didn't know. I was busy playing Street Fighter, which I got a 4th place medal for today.
Woo!
So I didn't know I was qualified for the bracket until I looked at it later, and I got DQ'd, and I was like, hey man, I made the Tetris bracket, I could have played. And then last year, I qualified for the gold bracket, and I don't know, every time that I've played classic Tetris like on stream or something, usually the first time that I'm on stream, I do horrible. Like I was in Sharky's Gauntlet. Yeah, I was in Sharky's Gauntlet, and it was like top outs I was done in like 5 minutes, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm just not, set out for this right now or something like that. And so this year I was like, well, if everything goes to plan, I qualified, but I didn't know. I qualified for gold, and then I got bodied. And then this year I was like, if I qualify for anything, I have to at least win one game. So I won the one game, and I was happy with that, and then I ended up winning the rest of it. So that was pretty awesome.
Absolutely well earned. So you say you've been to the past couple Desert Phoenix qualifiers. Are you a Phoenix local? Yes. Amazing. I was born and raised here, so major kudos to representing the wonderful state of Arizona. What's next for you? Do you think you're going to go to any other tournaments or regionals? Maybe make it out to Pasadena?
No. Unfortunately, I can't. I've always wanted to, and my first participation in CTWC was during COVID when we did the online stuff. So I was happy, in a weird way, to be able to participate because I was never able to get out to Portland. And right now, just with my work schedule, I can't do Pasadena. But so whenever this comes out, and I always try to reach out in the Discord and say, hey, are you guys doing a qualifier again? And just yeah, I was all right, I'm gonna come do this at least. This is pretty much the CTWC for me.
Hell yeah, man. I love the desert qualifiers. I'm so glad you were able to represent here. Once again, congratulations on your win for the silver bracket. And folks, in just a couple of minutes, we'll return to the semifinals of our gold bracket. All right, back to the general cam.
All right, if our top 4 players can go ahead and get on stage.
I just saw Jaws, so I don't think it's going to make a difference. This round shouldn't take that long.
Can we get our top 4 players on stage? Kirby, DMJ, Tetris High, Mosker. And I pre-assigned you chairs. And once again, we do have our Matcherino. We're trying to get our players paid. I believe there's some free codes still available. Your donations are much appreciated. Man, how do the cameras get that far off between games? Huh? You got it? You're the man. Waters?
What?
Maybe more waters?
I don't know. I just brought, that was the one, I just had that stashed in my backpack.
Tomorrow I need to bring the rest. We had the whole pack. All right, players, if you can hear me, give you about another 1 minute to go.
Yeah, we're going to get this underway. We're top 4 now. Getting down to the wire. All these players a threat. DMJ, former regional champion here. Tetris Time looking to farm the regionals this year in a second week. On track, first seed. Tearing up the quals. Oscar, awesome performance that first round. Near perfect game. Kirby performing extremely well getting here. Looking really clean right now.
All right, players, let's get
All right.
seated up. Get DMJ to seat up. Get DMJ to seat up. All right, we got thumbs up.
All right, we're going to get this underway. Top 4.
Attendees, in 15 minutes, we're going to be starting our Halo 2 tournament. So this is your last chance.
Ready, Chris Tank? Let's do this.
All right, let's count them down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tetris!
Tetris!
Stress. And both rounds prior to this ending in a sweep.
We are chalk so far. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3.
How is this going to turn out? Because with all that momentum coming into this, each of these players on fire here in the desert, already hot, but heating up further. Great players all around. DMJ building up way high.
Lots of max outs between these 4 players in quals. 7 or 6 for Tetris time.
That's right.
5 for DMJ. Kirby, I think, had 4 and Oscar 2.
But all these players coming off a lot of momentum here. Okay, Tetris time. Bit of traffic up on top. A little jagged. It's going to need some good pieces to resolve this cleanly. This is Oscar's chance to catch up. Boom, Tetris for Oscar. But Tetris time getting clean really fast. Is Tetris ready? And boom, Tetris for Tetris time. Maintaining the lead now. 2 Tetrises ahead. Up on top. We were neck and neck. Kirby ahead by a Tetris now. But DMJ looking to answer back. Does so with this Tetris here. Okay, Kirby looking to set up a really
What is this?
crazy Vitz.
That's an extra Vitz.
Doesn't get the Vitz, but
No,
does a compound tuck with 2 pieces to achieve the same, and gets Tetris ready with it. You'd almost think that's like a dead drop well, but it's all going according to plan for Kirby, it seems.
Kirby was through a war in that previous round with the worst siege you could throw at him, so he's ready for any challenge. Tetris time with a huge lead on Oscar early on, 80,000 points.
Yeah, Tetris time really cranking up the efficiency here. Oscar with the holes on the board. And once again, Kirby with a lot of delayed stacking here, building, trying to be optimal, and does so. Kind of making a mess to keep things clean. Some good foresight and some good placement there to be able to pull that off. Getting a little dependent. Doesn't wait for the long bar there. Uses it for the Tetris. That's gone. Now we are neck and neck up on top. Oscar still trying to dig this out.
Yeah, DMJ's about to take the lead once he can uncover this well. And there it goes.
Boom, Tetris for DMJ. Neck and neck. Both playfields clean. Kirby scoring the Tetris first, and DMJ not far behind. Looking for that long bar, gets it. Back and forth we go. On the bottom, Tetris Time's lead expanding. 7 Tetrises ahead now. Oscar finally out of that dig, looking clean now. Oscar could really use some efficiency that we saw in that first game in that last match. That's what it's going to take to catch up at this point. Tetris Time now 8 Tetrises ahead.
Man.
Tetris ready. Boom. Tetris for Tetris Time. 400,000 points.
The tale of 2 matches, 380-point difference at the top, and it's incomparable difference at the bottom, 167,000.
Tetris Time now with the crazy overhang builds. How will these players deal with some setups? All right, with the Vits. Elevated Vits there for Tetris Time. You love to see it. Still 7 Tetris ahead. Playing up high,
Wow.
trying to maximize.
With the lead too, Chris.
Ultra aggression here, but that is the mark of someone with confidence.
That's 2025 CTWC Tetris there.
That's right. You know, Tetris Time having that kind of aggressive instinct, you know, from his previous runs back as a tapper, now adapting to rolling. Could be more
Hot off his
powerful
win
than
in
ever.
Washington last weekend. He's looking to repeat 2 weeks in a row.
That's right.
I don't know if that's ever happened in our history of our great sport.
That history is ever growing, and now that we have so many more regionals, that becomes a possibility. I do not think it's happened before. And Tetris Time in position to farm regionals, not just for whatever prize there may be, but for experience.
And for clarification, no, you do not get 2 seats at CTWC with 2 regional wins.
Okay. 10 Tetrises ahead.
But
Tetris
if
Time
you're
really
Oscar,
sharpening that
what
efficiency.
can you do at this point? You just take every Mino you can. These dirty, set up for a dirty.
Yeah, another drought too. Up on top, DMJ, not in the best board state. But after seeing that display of survival skills in that last round, DMJ
Yeah.
clearly able to dig out of almost anything.
19's totally cash for DMJ.
Okay. Oscar getting clean again. Looking to battle back with
Man.
what's left.
299,000 point deficit.
Yeah, you don't see gaps get this big in any circumstance.
But that means you're surviving too. I mean, you don't see gaps like that because normally
Right.
if there's an overmatch, the second player is topping out.
Yeah, it's a rare situation to see both top tier players, you know, ones that are able to survive despite all of the issues.
Wow.
But yeah, Tetris Time having a great game here. 776.
And still being aggressive, Chris.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up on top, you're still neck and neck. DMJ with the Tetris. Kirby also bangs one down. It's going to be a close one up on top. Okay, Kirby getting the
drought
Tetris
time.
first. Tetris Time still more than 10 Tetrises ahead. Now 11. Could get an early max out here in the 27 range if
Kirby
this
and-
pace keeps up.
Kirby and DMJ tightening this one up here.
Yeah. Both using this momentum, playing so well.
They're back and forth between a half and a 1.5 Tetris deficit.
Boom, the
Simul.
Simul Tetris.
I think for a split second, Kirby had the lead.
Simul Tetris and neck. This is a close one.
Dirty Tetris set of DMJ. My goodness.
Is
what
he
a
going to take it?
master.
Okay, it has forced a burn. Takes a triple. He got
T-spin.
did
Doesn't
not
go for the
T-spin, but
T-spin.
gets a dirty Tetris. That was the right call if you want to
It
go for
was.
score.
Sometimes you just see the formations and get greedy on those, which don't count for anything. But not
The-
DMJ. He's up by. Well, he's down by 10,000 now.
Neck
Taking
and neck.
triple.
Wow,
Oh, look at the difference heading into 27.
0 points.
2,000
yeah,
points.
It's so close.
Wow.
And the level of skill here, you know, the varied play style we're seeing from Kirby and DMJ. This is amazing. Both really playing up high here on 28. Are they going to go risky heading into kill screen?
Oh my goodness, look at this difference heading into 29.
Oh my goodness, wow.
1,000
You have to
points.
double fist your cowbells here. Get them ready, Bidwell.
Speaking of Tetris time at nearly a 1-2.
Okay, there it goes for kill screen. Both about to max. Nearly
Look at
identical.
the difference here. This is all going to be about Tetris at level 29.
And they're lining out here just to
They're playing
get
a
their
little
max.
993 to 996.
Uh-oh. Left side. Tetris time. Could get that over to the left.
He
Yeah,
got
boom. Tetris for Kirby. Tetris time topping out at 1.249. What can Oscar do with this big of a
Oh, he
deficit?
couldn't get the spin. But
So-
this war at the top.
Yeah, still going. Double max up on top. Double kill screen up on top. Neck and neck still.
Oh, Tetris, he's ahead now. Kirby's ahead by a Tetris.
What a nail biter. This is crazy.
We might not have turned on the 39 double kill screen, but that will be
Uh-oh.
in effect. That will be in effect.
Okay.
We will cut the games off if they did not flip the switch.
Yeah, it could be a tail of the tape here. Okay, Kirby having a little bit of cleanup. Okay, that left side needs to be cleared off.
Oh, Kirby.
Oh, covered it up.
Oh.
And that left side's not
There's
going to be
but a
doable.
1.5 Tetris
DMJ
deficit.
has
This
a
is not a gimme.
small chase down. 35. As Bidwell said, the double kill screen game shut off will be in effect. Has to earn that score, can't line it out.
37,000 points to go. You're going to need more than you can't just single this out.
Yeah, it's going to take a Tetris setup or something.
At least some doubles.
37.
24.
Okay, set
Two
up.
levels to go.
Boom!
Oh,
Tetris for DMJ.
nicely done, DMJ.
Does it with a Tetris on level 37. So,
Do you guys mix your double kill screens on? Mix your double kill screens on?
so DMJ taking the first round. Tetris time taking the first round. Oscar with that huge deficit stayed alive longer, but was not able to catch up with being
What
that
an
far
epic
behind.
game
Yeah,
one.
just both game ones just at the edge of your seat.
All right, seat up and let us know when your players are ready. Players ready?
All right.
All right, four thumbs. Let's go, Chris.
Go. And 3,
2, 1, Tetris.
Tetris. Time. Okay, so yeah, last round was just a wild ride. Tetris time with a huge lead over Oscar the entire way. But then up on top, we had this crazy neck-and-neck battle between DMJ and Kirby. How will that play out this time? All that momentum creating so much chaos. Simul Tetris on bottom.
Thank
James.
goodness for the 18 to give us our breath back.
Gotta respect the 18. There's a reason you don't want an early top out. Okay, Tetris time playing up high as usual. Much more even game on the bottom as we start out. DMJ with some holes in the stack. It's going to be Kirby's chance to pull ahead, get out of that neck and neck territory that was prevalent through the last match or the last game.
Close game at the bottom. Oscar after
Yeah.
that.
Roll reversal here.
Yeah, I mean, after that huge deficit this time, now it's a 1,900 point deficit.
Yeah, we know Oscar's fully capable of creating a deficit like that from
Sure.
the prior round. You have to be able to survive with both situations and that mindset, whatever it may be.
Oscar with the Tetris lead. Up
Yeah,
top,
Oscar with
Kirby
the lead.
coming back with a 2 Tetris lead.
First lead in the match for Oscar here.
Ooh, hangs the Z.
Nothing a tuck won't fix. I'm seeing a lot of creative tucks by Kirby. Oh, this is a spin.
Okay. Bad board turns worse. So DMJ's likely to come back here.
Yeah, clean
There's
board
one.
from DNJ. That's what you want, catching up. But Kirby's going to get out of this pretty quick. Right pieces fall.
Oh, there we go. That's how you clean, Chris.
Wow.
Dirty Tetris.
Yeah, Kirby with a lot of foresight here. We're seeing a lot of creative solves. Or is it really a solve if you're setting it up?
Yeah, I mean,
Creative setups here. That's the next generation thinking.
we call them a dirty Tetris because if you constantly play that way, you're likely to top out. But these players have encountered these situations so many times in so many practice rounds that they are looking to score with every Mino possible on that board.
Yeah, I mean, if the game isn't going to give you a crazy way to dig something out, make one, that's a power.
1 Tetris difference at the bottom. Oscar falling behind. But this is a little more manageable than last time.
Ooh.
Ooh, little late shift on that line piece to the left for Oscar.
Yeah, it's going to allow Tetris time to pull ahead now. Tetris ready, and boom, Tetris for Tetris time. The gun is loaded, and bang, another Tetris for Tetris time. Now 80,000 point lead, 3 Tetrises ahead.
Oscar covering that well, but there's a Mino on that column 1 that needs to be filled in. And getting there is going to take some work.
And up on top, Kirby starting to pull away. DMJ firing back. You're all seeing these Kirby covering the well and then just using some creative way to get out of it in a couple of turns.
Oscar, nope, not going to go for the dirty Tetris way up there. Well's uncovered, Chris.
Tetris is all around.
So the lead has grown to 3 Tetrises, 4 Tetrises now. Oscar just trying to get back into scoring position as fast as he can.
Yeah, cleanup mode for a little while, but Tetris time pulling ahead with that efficiency, 85% here as we approach transition. Already over 500,000 points. Great efficiency there by Tetris time. And Oscar playing one off the bottom, but clean otherwise. Boom, Tetris for Oscar. Going to continue playing off the bottom. Gets another dusty Tetris. Monster score coming from Kirby here, 547. Couple Tetrises to go. Yeah, Kirby has pulled away from DMJ.
Wow.
3 Tetrises ahead. And we'll hit transition with the next long bar if it comes. Kirby's Tetris ready. DMJ also Tetris ready. And boom, Tetris for Kirby into transition, 617. DMJ looking for that long bar. There it is. Tetris for DMJ.
Yeah, with Oscar being so far behind, he's going to play one off the bottom here.
Yeah. Oscar's been one off the bottom for a while. It's the right call. And playing well with it, too.
Yeah. What a solve by DMJ. Just, you think, is he setting up dirty? Is he just trying? One single line bar cleans all of his issues in one piece. But he's behind by 4 Tetrises, probably 150, wow, 150,000, 135,000.
Yeah, Kirby with commanding lead this time, not the neck and neck game that we had last game. And does not take Doesn't throw the long bar down the well that time. I wonder what the plan is. Okay, it does use that one for the triple. Kirby playing one off the bottom now, bangs down that Tetris. Meanwhile, Oscar continuing to do the same. Yeah, Oscar had a chance to clean that out, but it's going to just keep playing this way. It's been working. It's been reducing the deficit. Now only 2 Tetrises behind Tetris time. Meanwhile, up atop, Kirby
Wow.
extending the lead now. Boom, Tetris or Kirby.
Normally, I'd say this is the time that DMJ has to go all out, but we can see what he can do at 29. So maybe it's more about getting to the bottom and setting up 29 Tetrises. Good scores all around.
Yeah, this is a strong game from everyone here, showing what they got. Desert Qualifier definitely has the heat turned on here. This is going to be a great match for the ages. Look at that.
5 years ago, we'd be losing our minds with all these potential million-point scores.
Kirby
at
closing
once.
in on max out.
Oh,
So
here
is
we
Tetris
go.
time. Get the bells ready.
I'd never do that. Oh, top out
Oh,
from Oscar.
yeah, Oscar's going to top out there. Tetris time was about to max out, but doesn't need it. Kirby, meanwhile, about to hit it. Boom.
There it is. Oh, not
Tet-
quite. Not quite.
quite.
A little early.
There we
There
go.
we go. Million points.
DMJ not far behind. Is set up for a couple of Tetrises. Needs to cash in some long bars. There's one. Boom, Tetris or DMJ. And another. Boom, Tetris or DMJ.
There we
Almost.
go.
Kirby continuing to Tetris. There's that max out for DMJ.
Just over a Tetris deficit. And DMJ has some more runway.
Oh, Kirby needs to get the board in a better
Oh.
state for kill screen here.
Got it
Okay,
over.
manages to get the tap to the left to clean that up. We don't want to have to do double burning here for.
DMJ's awfully high. Needs to open it up
Okay.
before kill. There it goes.
Okay, Kirby still kind of has some junk on the board after
DMJ
kill
takes the
screen.
lead.
Wow. Like, DMJ with a better board state here too. Kirby wants to clean up and get back safe.
Tetris for DMJ.
Oh, that left side. Yeah, Kirby's gonna top out there.
Oh.
So right at the
Oh,
end,
brutal.
DMJ catching up all the way is able to take that round. And yeah, we are both 2-0 on the top and bottom. Match point for both DMJ and Tetris time.
Board state at 29 transition. The killer.
And yeah, we could potentially have even more sweeps coming in. The sweepers are possibly being swept. Kirby having to win this round to stay in the match. Same story for Oscar on the bottom.
Once again, in chat, we got our Matcherino available. Think we're nearly out of codes. Also, direct contributions are greatly appreciated. Thumbs up at the bottom.
All right.
There we are.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
We're going to count them down. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris. So everything on the line here in this match. Kirby having to win this round to stay in the match. Same story for Oscar down there. They've all fought this way down here, earning sweeps to get here. Who will be able to keep the momentum? Zero-point differential on the bottom. Both scoring Tetrises.
So relaxing at 18.
Yeah. The calm before the storm.
Very much.
But you still got to respect 18. DMJ setting up some kind of delayed burn setup here. That's at least a setup I imagine. Wow, the spin. I don't know what that one's called, but it was pretty cool.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kirby started 4 for 4 early on. 5 for 5. I guess that's how you're going to win. Just play perfect. Hard to beat that.
Now, Oscar with some great efficiency here. 91% Tetris rate. Needed a couple of long bars to complete that, but fills in
7
otherwise.
for Kirby now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, both players on the ropes here are busting out some incredibly high Tetris rates.
Board's getting a little out of control now for Kirby. But there it goes, number 8.
Yep, 100% Tetris rate.
And 9. Why not?
Keep it going.
Set up a Vitz for to keep it going.
But yeah, after this display of versatility with the pieces, I mean, I would imagine
10.
Kirby. Oh, well,
there we
there's a
go.
burn. Yeah. But Oscar staying above 93%. He's going to bang down another one. As I say, yeah, both players on the ropes really honing their efficiency here, almost as if to make up for lost wins. Okay, bunch of traffic on the board for Kirby. Oh, the left side. Could
Wow.
probably still survive with a
Oh
good
my
5
goodness,
tap.
he's gonna need a left.
That's really
He can't
high.
get it
That's going
over.
to be a hang. And DMJ is going to get a
Oh.
freebie with an early top out. And that's another sweep. DMJ taking the match over Kirby. But yeah, Kirby
Played his
playing
heart
some
out.
great games there. Strong showing going into the CTWC season. Can't wait to see you in Pasadena.
Please come to the tournament desk, and then we will assign you a station.
Meanwhile, on the bottom, Oscar showing a strong game, battling back, hoping to stay alive in this tournament.
Then we have Lovely Name, Azzy Chief, Finding Nino, and Cheech to the tournament desk.
Exactly what Oscar needs is a high, efficient game like that first round of the last match. Tetris Time not making it easy.
Yeah, kudos to Oscar. You can throw in the towel real easy in these matches when you're behind by this much, but he's probably playing the best he's played all day today.
Yeah, going the distance in that one drought-filled match, just behind the whole way, but kept playing till the end.
And he's going to be rewarded now with a 3.5 Tetris lead heading
Yeah.
to 100 line mark. It's a game of 3 stages, and we're about to enter the second stage.
Yep.
Give it 1. Burkett and Kid Pachi.
But you got to give an A+, and he sets up the T-tuck.
Yeah, I saw that adjustment too. A great foresight there for Oscar. Be able to set that up and make the most of the pieces. You saw it there again. Drop the piece in a different place and then tuck your next one. Boom, Tetris for Tetris time. Inching up ever so slightly, but both players able to
Kirby,
maximize their
Oscar.
boards with all the long bars. That's what you want to do. You always want to be Tetris ready or more, just in case more than one long bar came.
This is a dream competition 18 for Oscar.
That's right. Both players evolved now, having played different styles before, keeping up the grind, becoming better players.
Oscar's shaking his head because he had to make a single burn.
But yeah, I just love the stories here. We've seen these players over the years, and they've always been strong, but you're seeing like new generations of players come in. Well, these guys say, we were and still are evolving, not complacent, always improving.
I hate to say the P word, but if Oscar gets this next Tetris, this is a 650 plus transition, 654.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Yeah, very strong game. It's not even, Tetris Time's not even having a weak game here, but Oscar's just playing so well.
The transition.
Okay, finally
though.
some holes. But Oscar should be able to clear this out. Wow, he's going to get a dirty triple out of that. Opts to create the dependency, but fills it in.
But Chris, that lead's almost evaporated now.
Yeah. Tetris
That
Time.
quickly.
Tetris Time could turn on the efficiency. I mean, we know a player that can survive the YOLO situations. If you need to turn on the aggression in a pinch, Tetris Time knows the time.
He's going to take the lead.
Yeah.
Just like that.
All it took was a few burns on Oscar's side. Oscar clean again, but just that little bit. Now that Tetrises are worth slightly more, Tetris Time turning on the efficiency, turning the tables at this stage.
Oscar looking for a well transfer, or is he going to play on column 7?
Okay, Tetris Time setting up some kind of burn. Opts to cover the well up high. So there's going to be some burns. This is Oscar's chance to get the momentum back. We're still neck and neck, but both players having to do a little bit of digging, and Tetris Time getting out first.
Oscar is just growling at his board. He wants this so bad.
Trying to get that back. Okay, it's almost open.
The T will do
takes
it.
the T for the double. And
Nice.
boom, Tetris or Oscar. Tetris Time now. Tetris ahead. Oscar still in striking distance. Okay, both players clean. Tetris Time ahead by 2, now 1. Oscar not quite set up. Might have to take a triple off the top there, reducing efficiency. But opts instead to fill in the left side. Doesn't burn a lot of lines, but took a little longer to get Tetris ready, but now is. Burns a
Man.
double. So yeah, a lot of burns from Oscar. Okay, Tetris Time getting close to max out here. Level 26. Boom,
Wow,
Tetris to Tetris
he's
Time.
just
One
turned it
more.
on. His 19 is on point.
Yeah. Efficiency increasing for Tetris Time as the match progresses. Boom, max out for Tetris Time. Ding, ding, ding.
I was going to wait for the other one, but there we go.
Okay.
I didn't call your name. It means we're out of station, so sit tight. We're going to wait till the station open up.
Okay, Tetris Time with another Tetris post.
Here we go, another 29.
Approaching kill screen here. Oscar
Double max out, let's go.
getting the max out. And we hit kill screen speeds with
Ooh.
Tetris Time. Board getting a little messy.
He hung the Z right after double transition.
So what's going to happen if Tetris Time can stay alive? What will happen to Oscar? Okay, Oscar now kill screen.
Oscar needs
Kill
Tetris,
screen play
though.
required.
Oh, he's gonna hang it.
hangs it up.
Oh.
And that was just so close at the end, but Tetris Time's going to take that. Another set of sweeps. Bust out the brooms here in dusty Phoenix, Arizona. Tetris Time is going to advance, and what a great show by Oscar. Always, getting so deep here in the regional. But now we know our top 2. It's going to be Tetris Time versus DMJ in the grand finals.
So we're going to take about 15 minutes to get the stage set up, get your breaks, get your bathrooms in.
That's right.
And
We'll be back.
We'll see you back soon.
Okay, I need to find Jaws.
I'm gonna turn off some of the capture so it's not gonna keep stuttering like that. Which player again was it? 1 and 3?
1 and 4.
Oh, 1 and 4. On here, right?
Yep.
This would be 4.
Huh?
This would be 4.
It'll be 1v4, so however you set it up.
Let me just,
Okay, we are ready to start main stage. If y'all want to go ahead. Make sure you join in order of players. So player 1 joins first, player 2 joins second, player 3, and so on.
Is Vegas next weekend? Is it 2 days or 1 day?
1 day.
Okay. So same as Phoenix?
Yeah.
We got 3.
now it shouldn't be.
That should be good.
Yeah, because I'm only capturing 2 instead of 4 gameplays. It's not gonna overload. It's not gonna overload your computer this time.
Huh?
It's not gonna overload your computer because I'm only gonna take 2 captures instead of 4.
Yep.
But it's to handle 4 like Red's computer was able to do. It needs to have like an i5 or no i7 processors.
I mean, I didn't buy this to handle.
I know. Yeah, that's the
Where's all the slides in this?
slides.
Oh,
Up right there.
okay.
And then just transition to it if we need to show it.
Yeah. So when Chris Hank's back and we're
Oh.
getting ready for the finals, then Chris Hank will talk about it. And
Okay.
Then you can, or Bidwell, you're going to be commentating, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris Hank's going to talk about it. You can talk about it. I told Chris Hank this. That was all good.
Yeah.
I got a 2.5.
Hello?
Damn it.
What'd you get?
201.
I played pretty perfect. I didn't crash in Red Racer.
So you're like, oh, you're like what, third?
Yeah.
See what you guys got for your weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the redemption arc is coming.
I hope so.
Back tournaments.
I hope so. Is do you know when the finals are?
They're setting up a different stage. You're going to be looking face to face each other.
Oh, so it's just 1-1?
Yeah.
Oh,
So if you want a screen look, you're going to have to look up at the screen.
oh no.
Or I think you're going to set it up so they could duplicate the screen. So as if they're there.
So it's
but-
diagonal?
No. So let's say you're sitting on 4.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see DMJ's play on that TV.
Yeah, so diagonal. My game is on his TV on the left, and his is so like X.
Yeah. Diagonal. Perfect.
Yeah. I think they play pretty good.
I was about to tell the story about you and Oscar, like how you guys evolved in your play style.
Yeah.
Where Oscar would go dash, tap, roll. But you decided to go dash.
Here.
From the Minecraft
Ew. I don't like Minecraft.
It's a McDonald's.
I think it's cool.
The Halo tournament.
Can you test it quickly?
What?
Oh wait. Can you see? Can you tell me if they play on TV? Showing on one.
Just a quick reminder, if you do use your own controller for Halo, make sure you plug ours back in when you are done.
So how long do you think it'll be until finals? Like 10 minutes?
Probably. Oh, it's not showing. Player 1 versus player 1. That ain't right.
Locutus, Defend Tucson, Berserker, and Nighttime to the tournament desk.
Yep.
Okay, we're good. It's actually going to run smoother now.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in clutch.
No problem. I wish, honestly, I don't know if Vince told you this. I better put myself on mute very quickly.
One here, house or oh.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. A shredder, it's a shredder. Only real win. And if you get mad, you can just bash somebody. So good. What the hair?
All right, Tetris fans. All right, Phoenix. Let's get our top two players on stage here next minute or two. Tetris time, #1 seed. On fire, winner in last week in Washington, comes down to Phoenix, grabs the #1 seed. Then we have #2 seed DMJ. His 29 play pushes him through to the finals with barely a scratch on him.
Yeah, once Chris is ready.
He talks about making this transition.
Yep.
I didn't know if you had anything in
Maybe
there.
showed up like warming up for a second, and then
Yeah.
so that the audience on my line gets in on it.
Lieutenant Chief Hood, Digital Dragon, Ace Hunter, and Geo 13.
No, I had a those were on the VHS tape.
Purple Princess,
Josh says he'll
Hollow
help me.
Ghost, Attack Omega, and the 6th Carney to the tournament desk.
All right, you guys ready?
Y'all are 27 and 28. 27 and 28.
I got TT on the left. 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 No, that one.
What did you say the price was?
I never looked.
I went to the page and they said there. I feel so bad because I didn't even know it came out. I thought it was like a month away or something. And is it on any consoles or only Steam? Well, I was PC else. Only PC? Well, you're on Steam, so it's not gonna say. You know what?
Pretty sure yes.
Looks good right there, right there.
I know that for sure, but I don't know if it's coming out.
That's not gonna find out.
Zoom in a little tiny bit. In. Where is it?
It's getting into slides. Again.
I know. I'm just.
Give Danny a go ahead so she can start building before you click over.
Where's the round marker? Too many of these things.
You're good. You're good.
Right. Good. Yep.
All right, and we are back for the top two grand finals, CTWC 2025 Desert Regional. Tetris Time versus DMJ. But before we start, we have a little bit of an announcement. It's been announced in some places before, but here we'll celebrate it to celebrate the release or the unveiling. Well, I guess it's the releases, right? I didn't even know it was coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
But it's out this weekend. TGM4, Tetris the Grandmaster 4, Absolute Eye is out on Steam. $35. It is groundbreaking to see that series released in the modern era with a new entry in the franchise.
It's been what, 24, 25 years?
Yeah,
Like, when did 3 come out? I mean, it was like 2001?
it was back when arcades were still like alive back in those days.
Well, we thought those rule sets were lost, and the Tetris company has been very generous in allowing the older rule sets to come back, and we finally have a modern TGM game.
Yeah, and it's great because we had TGM as side tournaments in our previous events. So we've been kind of promoting it. You know, players like Corian would be winning that. You know, Grandmaster players, you know, Alex Kerr, would have this connection to TGM, and now to commemorate that, we will be having a TGM4 tournament at CTWC June 6th in Pasadena. More details will be announced soon, but we're going to have involvement from one of the Grandmasters himself. Alex Kerr will be involved in our rule set. We'll figure out a great tournament way to bring out the best of that game. It just came out. Tetris a Grandmaster 4, Absolute Eye on Steam. CTWC 2025 Pasadena. We'll have it.
Yeah, he's grinding the game probably right now as we speak,
That's
trying
right.
to get the absolute best rule set. And along with this announcement, I don't want to spoil anything, but there might be some players flying in from overseas coming for this.
Wow.
We haven't finalized it yet, but a little spoiler ahead of time of what to expect come in June in about a month and a half.
That's the first I've heard of that, and I am so hyped. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to, you know, we're able to spread the love of classic Tetris, you know, for NES Tetris, but TGM is also a beloved game throughout time. I worked at BPS, and they had, you know, the candy cabinet in the corner, and I was fascinated by it. You know, I never played it enough to become a Grandmaster myself,
No.
but I definitely respect that style of play, and we'll get to showcase that as well.
I think we all remember, well, I'm sure you've seen it before, but the footage from Execute Order when Corian was, or no, was it, who maybe it was Alex, getting
Alex.
The invisible Tetris at the
Yeah.
credit screen. Just amazing stuff that they came up with to challenge players overseas more and more, and we're finally getting a good taste of that in America. We got 1 and 2 on Arcade Archives, and now
Yeah.
we finally have a real
The
full
floodgates
deal
are
for-
open, a new entry in the series. And, you know, I like to say that, you know, we built this. You know, we have our community involved. We have the professor of Tetris, Alex Kerr, involved in making the rule set for our tournament and helping spread this different ways and styles of play that people love.
I can't wait to see it. This is the game people have been clamoring for decades now.
Yeah, it's been too long.
So with that, let's go over to our top 2. And if we can get a camera adjustment on Tetris time. And Chris, for our finals, we kind of have like the blood sport finale. If you notice, we have the opponent's TV mirroring onto the TV next to the player. So the players can stare at one another across the table, but then they can see what their opponents are by just a quick glance to the right. So
Nice.
Nice little cool setup that Barrett came up with for this Kumite type finals.
Wow. And yeah, this one's going to be crazy because all the momentum, so many sweeps, brooms are sold out here in Phoenix, Arizona. We are in grand finals. Let's go.
Once our players get seated up, we'll get started. And it's not on the screen, but I will remind everybody in chat about our Matcherino. Please contribute if there are free codes left or if you feel willing to. One of these players would like to take home a nice prize.
So yeah,
Maybe
this
both.
is interesting because we've got DMJ looking to be a repeat champion here in the desert. And then we've got Tetris Time, who's coming hot off of that regional win in Washington, looking to take back-to-back weeks in CTWC Regionals.
Going streaking.
Farming experience, farming our regionals. Number 1 and number 2 seed, playing out as designed. Players looking confident, seeing some nods.
Give him another 30 seconds here.
Okay.
TGM4 though, like it just came. I mean, there's been rumors for a long time. It's coming, and then Alex would go over to Japan, and then it wouldn't come out. And then
It was coming for years,
Yeah,
but then
and
no one believed it. It was like a myth.
Right, and here it is.
Yep. And on Steam, no less. So it's just like you don't even have to own a particular console. Just go at it.
And as it's an honor, being part of the staff of CTWC, traveling around these tournaments, that we have enough leeway in the community that a publisher would come to us you know, we want to be at your event. So it's really honorable.
Yeah, it's
to,
great.
to
They
bring this to-
see the love that we've had for all forms of Tetris, and I'm really proud we're able to help represent it in a good light.
And maybe we get, you know, I was in Japan for the
Waku Waku.
for Waku Waku, and you know, a lot of people wanted to make the trip just for that, but now maybe there's a little bit of extra incentive to make the trip over.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's go ahead and seat up, players. Got a little
Fist bump.
Yep.
Make it official. Top 2 grand finals. Everything on the line here.
And our Kumite setup, now they can see each other's seeds without talking. All right, thumbs up when the players are ready.
All right. I see a thumb from Tetris
I see
time.
one. I see
DMJ,
left thumb.
where's your thumb?
You ready, DMJ? Getting antsy here in Phoenix. There it is.
All right, we're going to count them down.
Everybody. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Tetris!
Stress. Time, DMJ. And here we go. Both players coming off of, I think it was double sweeps.
Yeah.
So much momentum. But one of their momentums has to end here. Only one can walk away from this undefeated. Will it be Tetris time or DMJ? Tetris time.
Tetris time just been a market consistency all day, getting all those max outs and
Yeah.
calls, but DMJ's 29 play, especially these past 2 rounds, has been off the charts.
That survival demonstration by DMJ as well. Even if the score had not been enough, that survival, that's what gets you the win. Guarantees it. Tetris time, building up high, bangs down to Tetris. DMJ with the low Tetris is ahead by 1. But next Tetris from Tetris time will even it up. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Tetris time.
DMJ starting 5 for 5.
Yeah, high Tetris rate. Perfect going in for DMJ. Tetris time, not far behind.
It's going to be one of these games, Chris, huh?
What a way to end it. Both these players will have, there's incredible bragging rights for stake here, especially for Tetris time, being able to do possibly 3 back-to-back weekends. And then DMJ, being a former regional champion here before, wants to continue that.
The Desert, what was known as the Desert Qualifier, is one of our oldest tournaments in the series.
Well, yes, it was definitely one of the first regionals, once called a super regional. To me, in my heart, it's still a super regional.
We have this gorgeous screen thanks to the folks at Game On Expo.
That's right.
And we kind of inspired us to get the same thing in Pasadena.
Yeah, that's interesting, to see that our setup evolves. We learn from going and running these events, and we just get better and better at it. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without this qualifier here in Phoenix, Arizona at Game On Expo. It itself growing as an event, it's so huge this year.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
They moved from across the street from the smaller building, and they're open all day Friday. It's very crowded on Friday. So thanks again to John Lester and the Game On team for having us. And we're going to have Dr. Mario tomorrow, so.
Yeah, more puzzle action than you can handle.
So about a half Tetris lead here for Tetris time.
So that's neck and neck territory. As expected from 2 players who just swept opponents multiple times.
It's a slow burn. They're just playing super efficient, super clean at 18. And the sparks are going to start flying at 19.
Adjustment for Tetris time, not going too YOLO there. has the lead just by 2. And it's clean just like that. DMJ playing up high.
Oh.
Is open, gets the Tetris, but has a little bit of junk, gets the spin. Burn that off with a well-built roof, and there it is. Both players having their own way to deal with the situation, using their moveset. That's why you see those spins.
This has become about an 8-9 line solve for DMJ, so you see his deficit grows. It's at nearly 2 Tetrises now.
A drought forming here of 24. Then it finally ends. Both players cashing in a Tetris.
But both players have Minos to fill in.
Yeah, not the cleanest board here, but we are still neck and neck. And Tetris Time is going to opt to burn it down. DMJ, 1 line clear away from being clean. There it is.
Yep.
Tetris Time, long bar dependent. Got a couple of need there.
He's going to go for the center well.
Yep. Looking good, nice and juicy. There it is. Boom, center well Tetris for Tetris Time.
Go for another one, why not? DMJ, it's like, I could play center well too.
We'll see. Sometimes it just falls that way.
Look at that.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh!
That's like
it was
a Vitz with a pit underneath.
It's an easy move, but you have to. There was no visual cues for how much room you had. That could have been easily a miscalculation.
And DMJ still playing with that center well
T.
open.
Oh, nice.
Does a spin there.
That's an unconventional
split double. Going to maintain that for another Tetris at least.
So transition coming up. 3 Tetris lead now for Tetris Time.
Tetris Time going to dirty Tetris into that clear, into transition. Clean board going in, 523.
That's so impressive that DMJ can nail that spin right after transition. Normally you got to get your feet wet and get used to that speed change.
That's good situational awareness. Boom, Tetris for Tetris Time. Extending the lead now. Starting to widen.
2 clean boards.
Yeah, but DMJ, still in great shape. Had a little bit of those fancy burns there, allowing Tetris Time to pull into the lead. But DMJ fully recovered now.
Just waiting and getting DMJ's just waiting.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, the timing.
Using those spins to maximize efficiency.
The tuck and the spin in a microsecond. Oh.
Possible misdrops, but gets a flip. Creates
a negative line piece there. But look at that. He's going to turn a negative line piece into a Tetris well. Brilliant solve.
That is excellent.
But he's still behind 150,000 points, so it's going to be, when does Tetris Time make a mistake? If he makes a mistake, he's playing too cleanly.
Yeah, it seems Tetris Time can really turn on the efficiency at will. That's where we're at here. 5 Tetrises ahead, now 6. Simul Tetris. Level 24, we're approaching kill screen speed. Both these players will...
That's a dirty Tetris. Wow.
Yeah, that's a way to optimize there. And Tetris Time just only burning a single, just line clears here and there, but Tetris ready like an instant later. Boom, Tetris for Tetris Time.
But we saw what happened in other games when GMJ was kind of struggling. He turned it on in 29.
Yeah. And then the survival. That's scary stuff, seeing
Tetris
that.
Time hasn't been stretched to 29 yet. Not that he can't do it, we just haven't seen it today.
And that's why you have 2 players push each other to that limit.
1 million points for Tetris Time.
That's a max out on level 27. Continuing to rain down the Tetrises. Will Tetris Time keep playing high and aggressive as we reach 29.
So DMJ is not going to have to survive in 29, but he's going to have to make scores.
Yeah. Yeah, Tetris Time not letting up one bit. Another Tetris. 1.128. One Tetris to give. Then we are at kill screen speed here, level 29.
1.1 million.
Okay, DMJ now up high. Clears the Tetris. Is gonna
trying to make
he's
a good
trying to make
setup for
one that last
29.
one. He'll- starting to fly
There
close
it
to the
is.
sun. Needs a
Oh,
the right.
Get another-
Needs the right now. And does the top
Oh.
out. And Tetris Time's going to take that first round, being able to keep that huge lead formed at the end.
Good game one, good start.
Yeah, both players strong games there, but Tetris Time pulling ahead. DMJ not able to get the long bar to the right to survive.
But he was ready to answer that challenge. The Tetris Time had a low board, ready to score Tetrises at the 29 speed. So
Yeah.
his game has all of the facets ready to win.
Tetris Time that much closer to nailing that second regional victory in a row.
All right, thumbs up when you guys are ready. Players ready? Okay. Yep. Chris, I can look at both screens at once up at their CRTs, or I can look at the big board.
Oh. Okay. Thumbs up
There
on
we
one
are.
side. There we go. Here we go. Let's count it down. And 3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Tetris.
Tetris.
Tris. No mirror starts here. Both players having their own distinct style.
Ah, pressing down.
Yeah, DMJ pressing down there. Drought to start,
Of course.
but they both bang down a Tetris. Tetris Time now, the survivor with the momentum here. DMJ hadn't given a round in quite a while.
Takes the triple. DMJ. He's going to play one off the bottom here. No.
And Tetris Time building some dependencies. But smartly able to reduce it, and Tetris ready again. DMJ going to play one off the bottom. Tetris Time with some holes now, so he'll probably even out.
That's not a Vitz, by the way. That's only a 3 high gap.
Yeah. Tuck some other stuff in there. And Tetris for DMJ.
One Tetris lead. He's playing a little unconventional. One off the bottom. Playing some off-center wells.
And DMJ is going to roll with it. Maintain that efficiency and continue to score. We are neck and neck.
Looks like he's going to go back for the bottom here, Chris.
Okay. Yep. Or maybe a well transfer to the left. Well, nope. Moves it back to the right. Tetris for Tetris time. Slight lead now.
Tetris Time's just been marching. Unstoppable force this whole afternoon. I don't know if he's given up a game.
Yeah, I wasn't around for all rounds, but top 8 for sure. It's a very dusty
Yep, all
weekend.
sweeps.
Yeah, all sweeps. Will this be another one? Imagine that, taking 2 regionals back-to-back weeks and then ending in a continuous sweep. That's some momentum. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't even know if we keep records of streaks like that, but that is interesting and intimidating.
And he's going to host his own regional next weekend in Las Vegas, so.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. End the streak with your own event. The broom comes from your house.
Yeah, maybe the fatigue from having to run an event will get to him by then.
That's
I'm
true.
guessing no.
That is true. Yeah, it's a high stress thing, being an organizer. But maybe sometimes we thrive under pressure.
Well, DMJ staying in the best he can. He's just throwing unconventional scores all over.
Yeah, the gap isn't too wide. It's like 4. It's been hovering between 2 and 4 for a while now. That's not going to be. Oh, line spin.
There we go.
And
I
sets
saw it
up.
develop.
That's a Jonas line. Shout outs to Jonas Neubauer, our Tetris ambassador. Don't forget about the Jonas Cup we have in Portland, usually
Can't
in
wait for
October.
that one. Yep, the DAS game has certainly taken off. It's a Dirty Tetris setup here.
Yeah, DMJ needing that long bar.
Oh.
Doesn't get the T-spin, but gets the long bar for the Tetris.
But Tetris time just flawless. 84% Tetris rate. I haven't seen a miss drop all day.
DMJ stacking up high on the left. Tetris time pulling away. Tetris ready. Both players Tetris ready. Simul Tetris there. 86% Tetris rate for Tetris time. This is going to be a monster transition score here. Just over 100 lines, already over 500K.
Wow. And another.
Yep.
He had a 650 earlier. But line dependent. Well, he gets it.
Gets it, yeah.
Again, fractal RNG there. 2 in a row. Why not?
But definitely we're seeing a new Tetris time emerging into this era. And then, you know, the YOLO Tetris time of the past only makes the present
Man.
Tetris time stronger. And we see like such efficient play like this. Okay, DMJ playing up high. Okay. Gets the right piece for that, but still having some lingering holes needing to be uncovered. It isn't able to use that long bar for a Tetris. Has to wait again. Let's take the double off top. Bad
that's
transition
so high
position.
for DMJ. Gets
Oh,
over.
just barely, yeah. That was flying close to the sun there, but manages to survive. But Tetris time's lead becoming massive here, over
growing.
200,000 points. Tetris time being
DMJ.
completely efficient. And DMJ, yeah, just
2
wanting to get
misdrops
that
in a
board
row.
under control.
But that could have spiraled further. Good on him to stop that.
Yeah. But yeah, DMJ does have the survival skill, so when you see a player in trouble, it's not always the end.
Oh, there's a mistake for Tetris time.
Yeah, that's what DMJ wants. Now DMJ with the clean board, the tables could turn, especially here where Tetrises are worth more.
And
Okay, Tetris
that's
time
about
clean.
a 5-line solve there for Tetris time.
But yeah, finally out of it. Well, not quite.
Nope, right back in it.
Didn't get the right facing pieces, so DMJ is going to be able to catch back up with that
There
Tetris
you go,
there.
down to 5.
Down to 5, yep. Oh, setting.
man.
Did not take the Vits. That would have been a crazy adjustment, but maybe not a risk worth taking.
The door is starting to open for DMJ.
That's right. DMJ clean now. Boom, Tetris or DMJ. Down to a 100,000 point deficit. And it's Tetris ready again.
Tetris time, 2 lines away, uncovers the well.
Boom, Tetris or DMJ again, now down to
Under
less than
100.
100,000. Yeah. It's going to be closer near the end due to these late Tetrises from DMJ.
DMJ also has a disadvantage of about a level. 10 lines.
And
Oh,
late
DMJ
trap
cannot
there.
score with that line.
Yeah.
Solves it in 2.
And we are approaching kill screen here. Level 26.
It's manageable though, Chris Tang. The game changes at 29. Let's see. This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, and having a good position going in is so critical.
But DMJ needs to get this burned down. You don't play 29 up here.
Big drought here, too.
Oh,
31,
safety triple.
32.
Another.
Okay, Tetris Time having to deal with some covering of the well there. Also not ideal.
Yeah, this is even a worse shape. That's a lot of. He might not get down in time, Chris.
Yeah, this is going to be close.
There's a.
Okay, there's kill
There's a
screen
million
speed
points.
for DMJ and a max out for Tetris Time. So score lead versus board state
Tetris
here.
for DMJ.
That's going to be huge in catching up. Can keep him alive here. Tetris Time trying to dig back down before
He's 5
kill
lines
screen.
to go.
Time's running out for Tetris Time.
But DMJ is not going to be able to catch up.
Wow.
Oh!
Just like that. DMJ topping out. Gifting Tetris Time the easy. Well, it wasn't easy getting there, but
No.
the win at the end, not having to deal with a near fatal kill screen transition. Tetris Time is up 2-0, and it is tournament point here. Tetris Time is 1 game away from winning 2 regionals back-to-back weeks. Can Tetris Time do it, or can DMJ stay in this? That momentum, this record-breaking momentum from Tetris Time is going to be the stuff of legends. All players be on notice for CTWC 25 in Pasadena. This guy is grinding it out, getting that experience week after week of the regionals. What a farm.
I was super impressed with that comeback, though. DMJ was in the position, and that could have turned out differently.
Yeah, Tetris Time was in a precarious position there. Bad board state going into 29, pretty much guaranteed fatal. DMJ within striking distance.
All right, we're seating up.
This could be the last round in our grand finals here.
Oh, hey, they're playing Tetris Effect music for us. I'll just pretend it's for us.
Huh. Thumbs
All right.
up from Tetris Time.
Here we go. Big sigh from DMJ. Thumbs up. Let's go. In
3,
5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Tetris. I'll go with the
Tetris,
extended
Tetris.
one, you know.
And similar to start off. So Tetris Time having so much momentum. We don't even know how many games it goes back, but it could possibly be that he has not given up a game, possibly since Washington, maybe even before that.
I mean, I remember during the online years when Tetris Time made the top 8, it was a kind of an unexpected run. And he's grinded the game and now is in a position to repeat that after a long hiatus.
I love to see it, you know, the story and, being a rising star and to be a rising star again in a new play style. That's inspiring stuff.
But early on, DMJ with the 1 Tetris lead.
Yeah, Tetris Time having some cleanup early, but nothing that to slow down the momentum here. Some good tucks and positioning, cleaning that up. And both boards clean. Boom, Tetris for DMJ. Boom, Tetris for Tetris Time. Both players stacking textbook here. Tetris Time probably looking for a tuck there. Gets it. Some screen looking going on between them.
DMJ not going quietly.
Not at all. DMJ also having a lot of momentum in this tournament. Only being stopped by Tetris Time here. But the only way for DMJ to earn a path to victory for this regional is to do a reverse sweep himself. And I think either way, witnessing this level of Tetris play, I mean, can you believe this is a regional?
Yeah.
Now our regionals are world class already.
These events are so fun.
It's just been amazing watching this regional grow. You know, the con itself growing year after year, going from a smaller venue to a bigger venue, getting bigger and bigger guests.
Tony Hawk was here. How awesome was that?
Yeah, I'm here missing my chance to get Tony Hawk's signature, but you know, maybe I've got the hookup thanks to this community. We'll see. That's a story that's developing. Wish me luck. But yeah, Tony Hawk being here, you know, it's a convention first. So congratulations to Game On Expo, and once again, thanks to John Lester for being the home of the Desert Regional for so many years. I think I was like the first regional guest commentator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that feels good. You know, I continue to do that every year. Oh wow, look at these tucks from Tetris Time. That's some of the YOLO Tetris Time I know. Look at that. That takes total commitment.
Couldn't quite get the T over.
Oh.
Not line spinning that piece. So DMJ up by a half Tetris.
Yeah, this is DMJ's chance here. But yeah, some of that old Tetris Time risk taking there. Taking confidence, but sometimes you gotta, you know, some of that tenacity comes from putting yourself in life-threatening situations. It takes that to get out of them. Boom, Tetris for Tetris Time. And
one off the bottom and
just
gets
like
back.
that, Tetris Time's clean again. Not far behind from TMJ. TMJ really needing this win.
5 codes left in our matcherino. We'd like to pay our players a nice little prize for making it out here to Phoenix.
That's right.
If you're watching, please consider contributing.
And I think, you know, maybe Tetris Time might inspire other players, other great players to go to their regionals or to start their own regional, and you'll become even more involved. I love to see it. You know, regional hopping was something that, you know, my mom drove me to LA to regional hop back in 1990. And that's kind of how I got involved and, you know, became better friends with Robin, and goes way back there to, so.
Well, that was kind of the idea. Like, you know, you win a regional and then you go to the big championship at the end of the year. That's what
that's the spirit of what we wanted to do, and I love it. And I love the throwback. I love helping usher in a new generation of professional video game players. There's nothing else like it. Okay, so Tetris Time having to do a little bit of a dig, and that's allowed DMJ to take the lead. 2 Tetrises now. Tetris Time's going to gain that ground back with that one. And Tetris Time's clean. DMJ's cleaner, though, ready to bang down that Tetris.
A lot of tenacity from DMJ. Not giving up.
Okay, we're approaching transition here. 5:39 for DMJ. He's going to do it with the next Tetris. Tetris Time is well set up. You want to have your board state good here. You don't want to. The only thing worse, or almost worse than an early top out, is a transition top out. But both players.
5:10.
Yeah, closer game than we've seen previously. DMJ with some momentum here. Finally having a lead where you want to be when you're down 2 games. Okay, DMJ's going to have to do some line clears. And does a clean, well transfer to the right. And both players are clean, looking to score. Tetris Time with a Tetris there. We are neck and neck.
Down to a third of a Tetris.
Here we go. Both players are going to need to show up here.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is Tetris Time going to try to build off center, but he is not.
Yeah. Right now, whether they play safe, try to survive, or to gain the lead now. We're just a Tetris apart. Okay, Tetris Time getting that next one. We're neck and neck. Tetris Time setting up a tuck. Gets it. Nice delayed burn there. Boom, Tetris for Tetris Time. And
4,000 point difference.
Yeah,
Chris.
here we go. Let's go. This is the way you want your grand finals to end. If it ends, either it's going to have to be a sweep or a reverse sweep maybe.
3,000 point difference.
And we know both these players are capable of playing aggressive, doing it with when it counts. Tetris time with another Tetris, neck and neck.
So we're fluctuating between a 1 and 2 Tetris lead for DMJ. 192 lines. These players have exact same pace.
Yeah, I mean, there's not even much of a lines difference here. This is really neck and neck.
30 lines to go.
Boom, Tetris for Tetris time.
DMJ creating a bit of a bridge here. This
Long bar
should
dependent for
give-
Tetris time. Let's see how Tetris time deals with this.
Tetris Time's going to get a triple with this next line, so he's going to cover it instead. DMJ, 60,000 point lead, 210 lines, two levels to go.
Dependencies forming. See how Tetris time can find a way here. He wants to get the board back into a better position. DMJ is in good position now.
1 million points, DMJ. Let's go.
Max out for DMJ. Tetris time now on level 28. Gets the board back down where you want to be. Bit of a dig, but that's allowed DMJ to extend the lead now to 100,000 points.
Safety triple there, Chris. It's all about board health here. 962 double transition Tetris time.
Tetris time with the Tetris.
1 million points, Tetris time.
So yeah, Tetris time able to get the board state in better condition. DMJ is in trouble. Needs to get a left 5-tap. No long bar. Oh no, DMJ hanging that. And a slight chase down for Tetris time.
1,084,000.
Will the sweep continue? That's what's on the line here.
He can line this out, maybe.
60,000 points.
It's roughly 1,000 points for single lines, so you
Yeah.
gotta mix in the multi-scores.
Looks like he's able to dig back down. Clean play is required here for the victory. Wow.
It's mesmerizing. Triple,
Triple.
split triple, that should get him way down.
30,000 points to go. Tetris time.
Needs 84,
Good
he's
position.
at 61, 62.
Got to take some doubles there.
69, hey now.
Level 34, all the time in the world for Tetris time. Is it going to be a time for a double regional victory?
0.10 Tetrises to go.
Almost. Wow.
There it is.
Boom. Single for Tetris time and the second regional in a row. The farm continues. Your winner of the CTWC Desert Regional 2025 is Tetris time.
Interview them. I'll give you the mic. Oh, you could go up there. I'll hand it to you.
Which interview do I do first? What's it? Which interview do I do?
DMJ first.
So DMJ, you've been here before as there. Look at that hug. That sportsmanship is great to see. Both of you guys are real champions in my book. Both of you have, you're a former champion regional here, and once again, doing great. Are you gonna go do some more regionals now, or what's the plan? You've performed great here. What are your thoughts?
Well,
let's look at the camera. Yeah. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, what are your thoughts after this regional? You plan to go to any more?
Yeah, I'll be at CTWC. I'm not sure beyond that, but I definitely need to play more. I need to get a better controller, and that's what I learned.
That was an excellent performance. You also had like double sweeps going into the finals. Tetris time just came fresh off of a huge victory. You've already told us what you learned for next, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Pasadena. Anyone you have to shout out or anything else you want to say here?
Yeah, thanks to Big Dave and thanks to Jaws for making this last-second trip possible, because I didn't think I was going to come here like 2 weeks from today. Like 2 weeks ago, I had nothing booked, but they gave me a place to stay, and so I decided to come out here. And I want to thank them. So thank you.
That's awesome hearing the community effort, getting great players like DMJ out. I love to see it. And I'd love to see you here again in Phoenix again. This is a great regional to have, one of our very first. And congratulations on your great performance here, DMJ.
Thank you.
And now it's time for Tetris time. 2 regionals in a row, week after week. It took Washington last week. You're taking Phoenix this very moment. That is unprecedented. All this momentum. I don't know when the last time you lost was, but what are your thoughts, champ?
Wow, it's been a long 2 weeks. I mean, I only got like 6 hours of sleep, so I mean, that's double last week. I mean, it's great to go back to back.
I guess we should look at the camera.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's great to go back to back. And I'm glad I was able to have a good, match with everybody. Oscar in that last game with DMJ, that was an intense one. I'm glad I was able to take it.
What do you think? Are you actually trying to maintain a streak when you're winning, or are you just playing the best that you can? Like, what's the mindset? How is that even possible?
The mindset is just to be as consistent as you can be. I mean, that's one thing about winning is that you got to win more than once. To win the whole tournament, you got to be consistent all the time, and that's what I was thinking to my qual. That's how I was able to get #1 seed, and that's how I was able to sweep everybody.
That makes sense, and not just for this event. Going from event to event, and you're going to be having an event next week that you're helping to organize or organizing. I guess you might be the core organizer. What's your plan and your thoughts? Do you think that's going to take away from your practicing at all, of the time involved, or tell us what you have planned for your event?
Yeah, so next Saturday, April 12th, we got CTWC Vegas hosting with my buddy Ninja over here in Scoops. And I'm not sure how it's going to go because it's my first regional, so I can't really tell you how it's going to go. Hosting and playing, but as long as it's a fun one and as long as it's competitive, great for the spectators, that's great for me.
Yeah, I heard some word that there might be some special people showing up. Can you say anything about that?
Special people? I got to say that me, Ninja, Scoops, and maybe Harry Hong, Alex Kerr, Jeff, Boom, Tetris for Jeff. So they're all going to be there.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Yeah, and Harry Hong and Alex Kerr. So CTWC Vegas with Tetris Time organizing. Wow, that's something to watch. What a great 3 weeks of Tetris we've had, and a possibility for Tetris Time to take 3 regionals back to back, one every week. Do you have anything else to say, shout outs, and any last thoughts on after your victory here in Phoenix, Arizona?
Yeah, I got to say I love this convention, Game On Expo. And in terms of shout outs to my mom and dad watching at home, my buddy Romeo watching from San Diego, Sandy watching from Washington, and everybody here watching. Thanks.
It was a pleasure watching you last week, myself online, and then now live here, seeing you farming our regionals, inspiring other players, showing what's possible. That kind of consistency is what makes a Tetris champion and a Tetris hero. Thank you, Tetris Time, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And a big shout out to all of you here for watching the 2025 Desert Regional for CTWC. Thank you to Game On Expo, to John Lester for putting on a great show, the home of the Desert Regional. For how many years, I forget, but it's been an honor being able to commentate here every year. I'll keep doing it if I can. Thanks to Vince Clemente. High command coming down here to the desert to make this happen. Scout for the photos, Bidwell for the support. Don't forget about Dr. Mario tomorrow. Bidwell gets to have his fun with the Dr. Mario tournament tomorrow. The puzzle fun doesn't end. More Tetris and puzzle action than you can handle. Boom, Tetris for you.
All right, we're going to take a quick